Okay. Yes, this is the one. So spoiler alert, obviously, if you haven't watched last night. We're going to go over my match with KCM. I watched earlier today the cast of it. And while the casters got a lot of things right, they did not get everything right. I'm sure they didn't get everything right in terms of KCM's thought process as well. So I thought I'd go over it and talk a little bit about this match because straight up, this is the best match of Spy Party I have ever played. In terms of the quality of the play coming back, the quality of my own play for the most part. I mean, in any like almost 30 game long Spy Party match, there's going to be some goofy plays, but this was just a really really good match, and it was really tough, and I really really felt drained at the end of it, like I normally do after a good match of Spy Party. So I thought I'd talk about it. How's it going, Spirit? All right, so let's get started. I was the spy in this one. I'm going to play it from my perspective in all of them because this is sort of about my, excuse me, I hit the mic, about my thought process. So I started a spy balcony. Here I want to be the first talker, so I get right in there. It's a little bit of an awkward position, unfortunately, but there's not a lot I could have done about that. But I did get in to be the first talker, which is generally not super suspicious, believe it or not, at a high level of play. It's not as bad as being the second talker, especially if you talk immediately. I don't know how KCM felt about it, but more or less, I feel like I was fairly non-suspicious. My initial plan here was to do a fingerprint, but then I decided as I was doing the fingerprint that it was going to be a little obvious, and I decided to go for a one-print strategy. And the general idea with a one-print strategy is you get a fingerprint, which makes your opponent, if they're tracking fingerprint, think, aha, that guy's got one fingerprint. If that guy's the spy, he's going to do two fingerprints. And so it makes it hard for them to shoot you if you haven't done two fingerprints. Now, that's different on balcony, of course, but I kind of got, well, not fairly lucky, very lucky in this game. I had a bunch of rather cooperative AIs. You can see my ST left here. So I'm going to be able to finish this game if I really want to with a without leaving the CC, and that's exactly what I end up doing. Also very lucky here, red dress and brown dress, who's low lit but still, both talked after me on that white test BB, which is ridiculously lucky. So here we just need to flirt and win. KCM could shoot me here, but it'd be a tough shot with the fingerprint, and also he knows I haven't moved. But that is not necessarily a super unsuspicious thing. So just pretty lucky that win, really. AI's really cooperated. That helped a lot. Moving on. Oh, wait, I'm doing from my perspective. All right, so typical Kaylee lowlights to start here. You can see my hands shaking, actually. I still hadn't worked off the nerves. You can see my hands are a little jittery. So highlighting for talks is pretty standard. Yeah, we get another talk right there, yep. And purple dress. Pretty standard Kaylee stuff. Oh, looks like I missed a talk from Penguin back there.
And the end of red.
Yeah, I could not hit a green test at the beginning. I don't really give a lot of credit to Blue Danger for that being real. Did low light Penguin there. Should not have low lit him in retrospect. That was a bad low light. I didn't really give a lot of credit to that being white from Blue Danger just because he's probably not the spy. If Blue Danger's the spy, that was his first flirt, which is why he's just now getting a highlight. I'm kind of in bad shape here. I just have too many suspects. Any of the four people that are highlight right now are potential suspects in my eyes. Red Plaid has two flirts. Blue Danger only has one flirt, and Light Blue has two flirts. And also, I had badly mispaired. I considered low lighting for that, but I decided not to. I had neutral instead. I decided that Sky Blue's seduction target was Red Plaid, which I was very wrong about, and that's. I think I lose this game, and I think that's why, because I didn't think he could have done. I thought the timer had not expired yet on that flirt. I figured Red Plaid would not be done unless Blue Danger, I guess, but Yeah, that was just well played by KCM. That was a tough match. AIs were pretty. I mean, they gave me about the average amount of goodness there as the sniper, so I don't have a lot to complain about in that one. All right, so on to this game. Really going a little bit heavy on, yeah, 3 greens, maybe. No, I don't think so. Didn't you do? No, you did. You did 3 flirts. I'm pretty sure. Or if you did 3 greens, one of you did also did an inno talk. Here I'm trying to hide. Let's actually see what it looks like. I maybe could have gotten away with a stop talk there. I decided not to, just because stop talks I'm well known for doing. So I try to avoid them in high level play. If I think my opponent's in a position to notice them, of course. Unfortunately, it was fake because the DA walked out on me, so I have to do another one. That one, fortunately, is green, so hopefully it'll confuse KCM a little bit. Gulp the drink, shouldn't have done that. Just decided to do it sort of out of habit on balcony. I like to gulp to make myself available for bug, but as usual, I have turned fingerprint on instead of bug. I'm not sure why that got a neutral light from KCM. I think it was just like good, weird, like kind of an AI path. But here I've got 2 flirts or 3 flirts left to go. So I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I'm sort of committed to the wrong shot. Fortunately, as you can see, White Jacket right now is being extremely suspicious. He's talking and moving and talking. Yeah, unproductive play. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense as a neutral light. I'm not really doing anything beyond that green test. And White Jacket walks to the exact same spot in the conversation next to Brown Dress. He's heavily paired with her at this point, I would imagine. And if he talks, he'll die. I think anyway. No, he just shoots. He bugs, but I turned bug off. I thought you were shooting him because you're being super suspicious. All right, and so moving on. All right, so standard stuff here. Highlight, talkers. And those two are also very suspicious in my mind because it's the standard spy talk. I think, oh, did I see that? I don't think I saw Snaps talking. Otherwise, he would have been highlight. Blue Dress and Brown Dress are very suspicious right now. They're both doing very rushy spy behavior. Green Plaid is not acting spy-like at all, and I go for a kind of a risky low light to be... Oh, that was perfect. Yeah, that's why I low lit her. Yeah, that was perfect. That would have taken really good reaction time. So that was a bit... I remember that being a big highlight because Blue Dress was incredibly suspicious. And so Brown Dress is top right now because, especially if she talks right here, but she didn't. I did remember her standing next to Green Plaid because Green Plaid walked in. I can't remember if she's talked. I don't think she has.
And the end of red.
So General is the possible talker there. I gave credit to Snaps not being able to do that because I think he had taken a drink right away. I was really worried about the flirt there and that there were 3. Like earlier when he was standing in the corner next to Green Plaid, I thought he talked. I see now that he didn't. So I thought he was done there, but he was not. But in the end, it was a good shot. The main way I win that game is not so much Brown Dress was being super suspicious, but like my real top suspects like got hard low lit for various things. Like the only other person it really could have been is General, and he wasn't getting done fast enough. Like if this game had gone on and Brown Dress had not done suspicious things, I would have maybe expected a crash bug from her or from General to end the game. But then neither of those things happened. I took sort of a bad shot, but it paid off. It had a high chance of working. Even given that I was wrong in the end about Brown Dress being done. Alright, so we're on to me playing Spy on Veranda. I was orange sorry here. I was really committed to pushing hardtails early. I mean, I feel like everyone knows this already anyway, but I really like to... and I can't do this now anymore, really, but I really feel... Did I bug here? I wanted to, but then I decided not to, right? And then I saw the laser and I panicked a little bit. I really like to do hardtails early. This game actually might have gone really differently if I had just committed to this. I like to push hardtails early to get my opponents a little bit on edge about the camping. I feel like maybe KCM was keyed into me. Maybe he saw a little bit of bad path, so didn't want to walk in and flirt right away, just because that is very dangerous against KCM, and this is just free. Like, unless he's staring right at it, there's no way you ever see that. I mean, unless you're like just tracking everything the Amba does and looking at everybody he walks by, you're never going to see that. That was just free. So we're in pretty good shape right now. I make a sort of questionable decision in timer flirting here, maybe, but it's an important move against KCM. I think especially to have some periods of idling and not stand out as that person that's moving around all the time. Especially as Orange Sorry, where you spend so much of your time moving around. Like, when you move around as Orange Sorry, like, you're in the sniper's vision as moving around for a very long time. So there's a higher chance that you get noticed. There's a higher chance that the sniper thinks, oh god, that person sure is moving around a lot. I don't know if that's the case with KCM, but that's generally my philosophy on it. Slow characters are more likely to be behaviorally noticed. Here I go for a swap. This swap is intentional, despite what the casters thought. I thought it was a good time to go for just a tricky swap. I don't know if he saw me here. I think he comes over and sees me pretty quickly. At least he sees me leaving. Yeah, here's where he sees me. And so if he's in good shape, he'll have seen this. My strategy at this point is DA and flirt. I'm really hoping the DA comes into a convo so I can distract from the statue, but he doesn't do it. I know that distracting from the statue potentially gives a hard low light on the person who swaps my statue, but yeah. And here the AIs start being a little bit jibbly with me. I think I want to go in and flirt with the ST, but the room gets taken up. Yeah, there it goes. So now I've really got nothing to do. Yeah, highlight. So he probably knows about the statue. And now I'm stuck in this awful convo that I want to be in. I think I try to force my way in here, yeah, and it just doesn't work. It's just a bad situation. I'm pretty busted at this point anyway, because KCM has me pegged as one of the two possible statue swappers. And I'm dead as soon as I do this BB. During the game, I thought I had gotten away pretty clean with the swap. Oh my god, I'm stressing out in retrospect about these AIs. I thought I had gotten away with the swap, so I'm being a little more aggressive here than maybe I should be. And here I went to flirt with the ST, and the ST just leaves. And hang on, just wants to talk to me. All right. So yeah, I'm pretty busted at this point, is what I'm saying. Like the AIs have now deserted me, and yeah, I do love them. I do love my book cheese, especially on Veranda. You were right to camp it. It's just so, oh god, the ST's killing me right now. I'm dead anyway, but the STs are killing me.
In the end of red.
Yeah, I'm dead here. Oh no, I'm not dead. He shot the other one. Was he the one who swapped for me? Man, I'm remembering this game entirely differently. Yeah, he was the one that swapped for me. Look at that. So that's pure luck. Was he even talking during the BB?
In the end of red.
Yeah. That was a lucky game. I should have lost that game. Alright, so on to Sniper. Memorizing statues, getting lowlights, guarding the Amba, getting his last statues. Got to memorize the other statues at some point. There we go. And now I'm in good shape. Now camp mode is activated. We can guard the Amba a little bit. Yeah, the Amba's not in a super dangerous position right now. I'm sort of like narrating my camp mind right now, so apologies if it's irritating. KCM is doing absolutely nothing. Is he even in convo with a ST? No, he's not. He should be. Garden Purloin there, Garden Amba, no one at books except for Salmon Danger, who took a green book. So I'm memorizing that. Just watching Toby, watching the Amba, knowing it books makes it easy for me to focus in on other stuff. Oh yeah, this is that game. Yeah, guarding that. Watching the Amba. Yeah, this game is amazing. This is one of the most impressive things. Yeah, KCM is doing literally nothing
Banana
here.
bread.
Banana bread. I actually don't get a lot of lowlights here. Yeah, I think I have one more, two more lowlights, something like that. Yeah, Smallman gets a lowlight. Yeah. So if you just want to watch 2 minutes and 40 seconds of me doing camping stuff, that's what's happening right now. Yeah, marking the book. I mismarked that as green, but I remembered it. I decided not to spend any more time focusing on it. Well, you know. Yeah, that's a free bug if it takes that one. I never see that. That's an impossible bug to see unless you're like all the way over to the left. So we're just camping right now. That's all we're doing. So that's the first time that Pearls has actually been in my camp mind as being a rejector. So that's like that. One of the things that sort of like this doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's a good way to fill the time while we wait for the cool thing to happen. One of the I sort of play pseudo behaviorally in terms of people enter my mind who are on my camp radar more often. You know what I mean? Like if I see you rejecting and you've got a print and then just your heat goes up, right? Like if you have entered my camp domain, even if I didn't see you do a hard tell, you get more suspicion. And so Pearls has absolutely no suspicion right now. Like that's the second time she's rejected, but that's reasonable. It wasn't like immediately after the other reject. This one I marked correctly. Yeah. Camp mind. Dude, camp mind is where is my mind. That's how my mind works. Alright, so we're 1 minute until KCM does the really cool thing. Yeah. I was going to say, part of what made him really unlucky is that almost no one visits statues this entire game who's a possible spy. Alice has and Oprah has, and that's it. That's literally it, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous for... There he sort of worried me because he took a sort of bug path, but I was pretty sure there was no bug. Yeah, there should have been way more people at statues. So what he's going to do is he's going to green time add with 5 seconds or so to go. And that's going to stop the clock at 0. And then he's going to start spamming red test time adds. The thing that could have fouled it all up... see there, that's when I thought, aha. There was a little hitch in it. So I'm just deciding I'm just going to get lowlights. At this point I've decided I don't believe it. I'm getting lowlights. So, for those of you who weren't tuned into the cast last night, this didn't work on me because I played some random pseudo, like more or less newbie, a few weeks ago, who did this unintentionally, like he just like did like dut 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 or something without trying to make it sound like overtime. And I remember I was reviewing games. Yeah, the cough finally gets him killed. I was reviewing games. In preparation for this match that I had played, and I came across that game where the newbie had gone like dut dut dut, and I thought, oh, that's kind of weird, and I remembered that as a thing, not consciously like, oh, if you hear bup 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 bup, don't shoot unless you see overtime. But it just stuck in my head enough to kind of like make me go like, isn't that like that thing? And then I decided it best not to analyze it. Because like if I as a camper start thinking like, well, then the overtime, what are the overtime rules? I've already lost, right? I can't spend cycles on figuring out what's going on here, and so I have to So what I just decided to stay in the camper mind and just keep camping and low light people. And if he beats you, you will learn something. So that was a really really good piece of tech. The rhythm, except for one point where there was a little bit of a hitch, was basically perfect. It was basically perfect by KCM. It was real. I was really impressed. That was really cool. All right, and so on to Spy. I'm Smallman here, and so we're Smallman gonna small. Here I try to do a really hard, like an old school Kaylee rush, where I'm just gonna do the missions. I'm gonna do the missions as fast as I can.
And the end of red.
So we do that. ST's being super generous with us, so we're gonna go talk to him. I picked Smallman intentionally this time, incidentally, specifically because I wanted to do a hard rush. And here I'm eyeing up that tasty ambassador. Tasty, tasty amba right now. Feel like he's going to move towards me. I didn't get the behind the back bug, I don't think. Yeah. I was looking for it right there, but I couldn't quite do it. But here it's just free, because again, he walked right next to me with an intervening person, and I'm Smallman, and I have height cover, so... I decided Purloin is a good idea right now, so I go for it. I really probably should have seen if I get the flirt first, but I didn't have time. So green cooldown, so green Purloin and the cooldown's off from flirt. I hit the green, and here I have to decide what I want to do to finish. I decide books is best because you don't want to do swap. Yeah, so I'm pretty lucky on the Purloin here. KCM has not even seen the Purloin, and he just decides to shoot me. I might have been better served by carrying that book around for a little bit, but you know, a hard rush is a hard rush. So it is what it is. Yeah, good bait up with the laser there by KCM. I didn't think he was guarding it particularly strongly, and just a good win by KCM. Almost got there on the rush, but not. I mean, 2 missions short, honestly. 2 missions short. Nice bug, though. Alright, so this is the game. So this is, we're going to look at, I know I said we're going to look at it from people's perspective. We're going to look at this one from KCM's perspective, just because this is one of the most well-played spy games versus Crazy Kaylee that you're ever going to see. This is how to beat Kaylee as spy, the clinic, right now. No, right now it's 5-2. So, because I swept one of the balconies, and I swept and I just swept the last Veranda. So KCM needs to sweep back here to make it 5-3. So just insultingly fast Softells right now. I do pick up this briefcase. I do see the briefcase. I have marked 6 as 1. Yep. Here, I would have just been doing the flirt, probably. Like, I mean, why not just, you know, just flirt in my face. Yep. Get the ST. Probably get the BB while you're here as well. Check out how many people are moving around. Nope. Ooh. Oh, look at that. That's saucy. That's sauce. Oh, sunshine, though. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm getting lowlights. You can do that. I don't know about that. Why were we doing that? Was that looking for a bug? Where are we going? Man, he looks down. He looks heavy down angle here. Oh, to see if the BB was good. Got it. Like, this is a very steep angle. I'm not used to looking at the game from this angle. Alright, so what am I looking at when the screen microfilm goes off? It's going in a few seconds. Oh! I didn't notice that before. I was looking right at it. I was looking right at the green, but I didn't see it because it was like literally the camera was zoomed in on it, but my eyes were like right on the tray. There was no way. I was so staring at the tray That's hype. That's a hype play right there. All right, back to KCM. He's got the flirt now. He's got the blue microfilm. That's funny. I didn't even notice that. That's perfect. That was see. I was gonna say like the fact that that occurred makes sense, and the fact that was calculated despite the fact that White, believe it or not, Yeshua White might not have been death there because I was so focused on the tray. When I focus on the tray, I focus on the tray. Now it's possible that I would have seen it, but still. All right, so he's about to white test. What prevents me from seeing it here? Just generally good cover. Like, technically I could have seen the head, but again, I'm distracted by the microfilm. Or not the microfilm, the tray. And there's just a lot going on. So, I mean, well done by KCM. Gets the fingerprint here, and now he's easy street. He could do inspects, and I would not shoot him for it probably at this point. Because I'm not giving him credit for any hardtails. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. Yeah. So the swap has occurred. I'm gonna check it right now, but it's too late. Yeah. Now I'm like, wait, wasn't that 8? And boom, I'm dead. So very well played there by KCM. Very well played. The fact that green microfilm was calculated is awesome. All right, now some boring games. So I think this is another one of the games where I determined to just go aggro. That's terrible convo entry. Terrible. But what am I going to do? Like, you know, twitch out.
In the end of red.
Yeah, exactly. He was timing it so that he was doing the microfilm when a guest was grabbing a drink, knowing that I'd be focusing on the guest grabbing the drink. And it's even more remarkable because the angle was terrible. Like, by focusing on the drink, I was also focusing on him. But I was so focused on the tray that I just could not see what was in my peripheral vision. Here, I'm going to go for the statue. Yep, there we go. Except I don't get the flirt off in time, alas. Not that it would have mattered much in this game, probably. Now this swap was entirely unintentional. That was supposed to be a second inspect, but hey, let's just swap it and make the best of it and go flirt, and maybe we'll win. But probably not. Yep, I get a flirt in here, but who cares? Like, I'm literally dead. Yeah, the safety's off. Boop. Not much to say about that one. Accidental swap. Whatevs. Ah, that's why you waited. Okay, got it. Got it. Alright, and Kaylee Camp engaged on Courtyard 2, a map where I'm very well practiced at camping. It is very, very hard to beat me on this map as Spy. Part of the reason I love Courtyard 2 and SCL so much is I feel like I'm almost guaranteed to go 50-50. Like, it is really hard to beat me as Spy on this map. I have played so much Courtyard 2 as Sniper. And I know all the, like, plays that should beat any Sniper, like, don't beat me on this map because I've seen them a bunch of times. Like, low light screen swapping statues, da-da-da-da-da. You know, highlight goes down there. Got that memorized. Checking the statue that red dress left, it's correct. Guarding the Amba, checking the statue purple dress left. Yellow danger, got that print. Looking at the time ad, making sure the business suit didn't time ad. Checking the statue purple dress left, it's correct. Guarding the bug. Blue dress has a reject. Pretty good bumping there. Decide to low light for it, yeah. Got to guard this statue. Got to guard this like, this is why. Oh, and boom. Yep, there we go. And now the chase starts. Bad luck for KCM that he held it to the left instead of up. Up might have made it harder for me to see. Alright. Not a lot to say there. I think this one's another one where I get a little cheesy. Do I bug here or something? I feel like I go for a dumb bug.
In the end of red.
Yep. White test BB. Not great. And a flirt right after it. I mean, this is just terrible, terrible plays against KCM. I'm so suspicious right now. I think I'm looking for fingerprints here. I just don't see any that I like. Yeah, going for statues. We're super, 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 super suspicious. Yeah, I'm fast and loose with Spy and the Courtyard maps because, number one, it fits in with my general... yeah, that was dumb. Broken animation. It fits in with my general policy. That was an intentional swap. It fits in with my general policy of aggression. And or was it an intentional swap? I don't remember. No, it must have been. I swapped after the inspects. My general policy of early aggression to say you must guard all the hardtails. You must camp also. And also, it's Courtyard too. What are you going to do? You know, like you have to get the hardtail in somewhere, and you know why not at the beginning? It's as good as any other time. Lights, lights, lights. Mem them statues. Guard that amba. Guard that amba. Make sure Penguin hasn't swapped. Yep, there we go. I know even what my brain is telling me to do things that past Kaylee actually did, and it's very satisfying because my brain agrees with my brain. Penguin's very suspicious right now. But he hasn't done a hardtail, and I can wait until he has gotten a second fingerprint and done other stuff too. Sky Blue also has a fingerprint right now. There's a icky path. Yeah, I did not like that path. And then he goes around the long way, and I think technically he has an excuse because Toby's there, but I really, really didn't like that. I really didn't like that path, which is why he got a highlight despite not going to statues there, because I wanted to remember that that was a bad path. But he's not super suspicious right now. I just wanted to remember that path. Yeah, it is a luxury. Not everyone's brain agrees with their brain. My brain often agrees with my brain when I'm watching myself playing Spy Party. Not always, though. Sometimes I'm like really irritated by myself playing Spy Party. I'm like, why aren't you checking that thing? Why aren't you checking that thing? Stop it. Check it. Yeah, I frequently adjust my lighting strategy. I generally stick to the rule of I use it as a memory aid and not as an indicator of suspicion level. Like here, Sky Blue is not particularly suspicious. Like I would never mark for a path on Veranda just because it's so important for me to know who's been to statues. And it's also hard to remember two statues. And then he's dead. Yeah, that was bad luck. I came around there to guard Orange Dress's swap if she did one, and I just saw that and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure that that's not accidental. That's kind of a hard tell. Could have technically drawn it out, but eh. All right, let's go. We're on Courtyard 1. Courtyard 1, I like a lot more than I did previously. Again, we're just going to go aggro here, and we're going to try to BB to distract, which is a lot fancier to do when you green tested it. But I don't think it helps me that much. Let's see. Yeah, lowlights. Yeah, lowlights of people in convo is not good. I'm not high lit, mind you, so that's a good thing, but still. You notice me doing some very correct convo etiquette here. Yeah, so he remembers that that was the right CC. I maybe should have bailed, but I decided not to. Good convo etiquette. I've played Bloom and Bacon enough times to have good convo etiquette now. Oh, gross. Didn't like that. That results in a weird path as I decide I don't want to go into that conversation, because then I'd be stuck there. Playing against KCM, when you enter a conversation, you're kind of stuck in that conversation for a while. You know what I mean? You can't just like walk convo to convo. So here I'm gambling that he's going to go in that CC, and he does. And I can get the DA done here as well. I think I remember except no, he leaves. I think I remember vaguely being really impressed with the flirt here. I try to grab a drink here and maybe lose some heat if I have any. I'm not sure it really matters, but, you know, why not? Last flirt? No, I mean, I'd still have, like, what, 2 missions to go after that? I mean, what missions am I going to do? DA and something. Yeah, I'm hardcore paired with my ST at this point. I think I get shot for just this, don't I? Yeah, here I flirt way too early. Yeah, yeah. Very impressive shot. That's a classic KCM shot right there. You just like you can't get away with playing the way I played there. That was just really sloppy flirts. Like that's how you flirt against me, not against KCM. All right. Am I in turn to snipe here on Courtyard 1? Yeah, I had a fake BB. And apparently it was known fake to the sniper, but I think KCM didn't know whether or not it was real, and he assumed it was. Why isn't Penguin getting a highlight? There we go. Thank you. Really worried about the amber right here. I'm marking people, but my eyes are on the amber. You can mark people with your eyes somewhere else. You notice I low lit snaps there because my eyes were still pulled over in that direction, even though the amber left. Really worried about the reject chain. I mean, I really was hoping that polka dots would take that, but nothing to do. My danger's got a print. Really worried about that. See it exhale slowly as I realize. If KCM had bugged right there, he might have gotten away with it. I saw earlier too a weird twitch. Yeah, and there's the bug. I don't see it. I don't actually see the bug. My eyes were elsewhere at the instant of the actual bug. But I saw that weird twitch. Or I thought it was a twitch anyway. So at this point, KCM's pretty suspicious, and I'm sort of crediting him for the bug. Like, if he goes and does a bunch of soft tells now, I might shoot him. Like here, he's got a print. I think I shot him in this game, but I don't remember what for. Yeah, the old twitch to get in range. I know it, you know it, we all love it. Bad luck on the flirt there. Printed statue. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think it happened immediately. Now that you mentioned it, I think it happened like immediately afterwards, and I'm going to shoot him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is that the reason. Part of the reason I was so confident there was I think the low light arrived first, but he rushed to pick it up. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. The low light arrives first, and then he picks up sooner, which I don't know if that's a hard tell or not, but it just fit. It fit the narrative, so I shot. Alright. I'm gonna spy. I think these next two games are the last spy wins in this set. Like, we both win a spy right here. And they're both pretty entertaining games where we both win for similar reasons. Yeah, it is a range. Yeah, okay, it's fair enough. Good to know. See, I learn new things all the time about Spy Party, especially like etiquette things, because I'm not good on that. Yeah, that shot is sort of an example of what we were talking about with the casters of like, if you try to say I'm going to beat Kaylee by doing all the soft tells, then that kind of thing happens to you because I'm so ready for it. Like the most dangerous person in the game at that point is the character who I shot, and he did the exact thing I was afraid of. So here is where I start to think I'm going to slow it down and sort of try to... It's a little bit like the boxing analogy of you keep punching, you keep throwing body blows so that they drop their guard low and then you go for the face. Like, I've punched low, meaning I've gone for like hardtail rush, hardtail rush, hardtail rush, hardtail rush. So now I figure I'm going to try to capitalize. I don't bug here, you'll notice. Also, it would be suicide to bug here, he's looking right at it. But I'm going to try to capitalize with a slower game right now. Yeah, we're going to get the statue. I ended up going way too slow, actually, if I recall. How's it going, Hummus? Why aren't I going to the room? So I can say after you guys ask me why I didn't go. Or when people ask me if I went, I can say I did not go see the room. I did not. That's a terrible path. Actually, that's a path that's so terrible that it's like actually kind of good. That's like such a bad path that an AI might take it. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch a terrible movie, even if it's fun. Anyway, back to analysis. We're not going to purloin here. Yeah, the path was gross. Get that. And so now I'm like, my plan in my head is I'm going to timer flirt, and then I'm going to do a statue. But I didn't realize how little time would be left. Like, I really underestimated the amount of time. Like, boop, it happens at 16. I'd have to stop talk and leave right now, and I don't. Because I worried about the stop talk because KCM was moving around. So now I decide Crash Bug is the only thing I have. And then he leaves, so I have to chase him now. But you'll notice KCM sees that happen and decides to shoot. Although he hadn't picked it up yet. And you'll also notice I got very lucky because as he was rotating around, I got cover for the bug. So that was another luck win. Oh wait, no, it's me over here. So KCM wins this game, I'm pretty sure. Fake BB right off the bat. I'm just going to get low lights because that's what I do. Oh, got it. He thought he was picking up to look suspicious.
In the end of red.
Real one. Orange dress and blue dress. Nice. There you go. Good job, pass, Kaylee. Good job. So here I missed the purloin. Classic move has busted me here. The old BB purloin, which I actually relaxed my vigilance on just because I had such a low expectation of it. Like, I've seen two BBs and I'm so focused in on, oh man, all the data. You're right, it did help KCM. I'm so focused on all the data that I didn't notice the purloin had happened. Like here I'm going to get some lights off of it, off of people I'm fairly sure I didn't weren't in my Campatron 9000 brain, but I really don't have as much data as I need to have, so I'm playing from behind from this point forward. I know DA's probably happened at this point, and I know that purloin has happened, and I have to credit flirt. So inspects is going to be death, basically. If you go to statues twice right now, I will shoot you. And if I shoot an AI thereby, I'm going to say, I'm going to live with that decision. That's the price I have to pay for a missing purloin. Unfortunately for KCM, no one really goes to statues twice yet. Look at that move by Penguin. That was sly. But unfortunately for me, a lot of people are going to statues once, which increases the pool of people that can go to statues twice. KCM's playing it cool. He's going actually fairly slowly here. He's running into the same problem I'm running into, where he's going almost a little too slowly. I think he realizes that, which is why he swaps here. I just highlight, as the swap's going off, I highlight and I look somewhere else. I actually don't see the statue right now. I'm guarding the Amba pretty much. I think I was worried about green plaid here, and I was worried about proximity. Here is where I noticed the swap. I'm like, oh shit, and then I realized it had to have been him or red dress was there last. Because I thought the swap he had done the swap, so everybody gets a low light. And then, of course, he goes and gets another statue. So he's my obvious shot target here. I'm like, I can wait for overtime, and if he inspected, surely that's him. Boom, and wrong, very wrong. Yeah, your early talk was obvious to you, but not to me. To me, that's a 100%. I'm going to shoot Penguin every time. Like, that's gross. All right, back to balcony. We're on pick 2-3. Not that. Okay, so before we move on, that game was not unwinnable. Um, was that his third visit? No, it was his second visit. You're mistaking Ishu at the time he went to statues and picked up a briefcase, because that one he didn't touch statues. I'm pretty sure. Or if he did visit before that, I didn't notice it. Yeah, I didn't see his first then. I remember he went to statues and picked up a briefcase at the statues and then left, but I didn't see him go the first time then. Anyway, that was not an unwinnable game, but it was a very hard game for me to win because I'm going to shoot Penguin like 100% of the time in that game. All right, balcony. I have new school balcony. It's pick 2-3, and I have disabled fingerprint. So this is going to be a standard balcony game. I determine on I'm going to frame somebody here, so I'm just going to no control. Of course, my AI starts talking like hell. So like I'm surely highest suspect right now. Thank God we've got some other people being a little suspicious here. Purple dress has a talk. Banana Man has a fingerprint. A little bit of an awkward path by Banana Man. And he immediately talks going in. That's almost so suspicious that it's not suspicious. I saw the laser flash over me there, and I thought maybe that's the low light. Oh, look at that beautiful path. So here I'm going to take control. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that I've done what I need to do at this point in terms of idling. I don't know why Banana Man got the highlight. Here I'm looking to frame somebody. Yeah, I figured this is as good a time as any. It's kind of a crappy BB, to be honest with you. The only good thing about it is that Banana Man is talking. Man, Green Plaid is being suspicious. Banana Man, I don't know why he has a highlight, but if it's for talks, he should die if he talks again. But I think he didn't talk again. This is a good game by KCM, too. Good patience. Maybe he just has the highlight for that one briefcase. I wasn't really paying attention to KCM's light. I'm just committed here. I'm not gonna like try for. I mean, I can't do anything at this point. There's no way you can seduce. The only way to get out of it would be a time ad. So just I was committed pretty much to the idle no control strat there, and didn't work. You know, that's the risk. And off to me playing balcony. I was really worried at first about those two, but then like the two ginger guys there, but then I decided that that probably wasn't them, and if it was anybody, it was going to be Red Plaid because he was chasing. Like I was really expecting a talk from him here. I think he gets a highlight here, doesn't he? Why the hell didn't I highlight that guy? Oh my god. He should have a highlight. Ugh, icky path there. I think I remember seeing that. It wasn't great. I mean, it's not deadly, but it's not great. You get the low light? I don't agree with that play. I mean, I know he's an AI, but I don't agree with that play. Red Plaid should be a highlight. He's been very suspicious. KCM's not doing anything. I did give him credit for that fingerprint, though. Except no, I didn't, because fingerprint's off. Oh, I remember this game now. Yeah, Purloin's on, and I didn't think it was on, but I was still guarding it. Oh, Twitch. Yeah, I saw that Twitch. You can see, I think you can see my camera jolt a little bit involuntarily when I saw that. Let me see. Whoop, whoop. I'm like, what? What was that? That was kind of comical. I wasn't sure I had seen that. Yep, green test. See that.
And the end of red.
So here I'm guarding the Purloin pretty hard because I've heard Banana Bread and he already busted me once with it, and boom. And the time ad for fun. Was that a time ad or was it just a watch check? I thought I saw time ad on the bottom of the screen. No, no time ad. Okay. Good old gallery. So here I was like, oh, golden opportunity. We're going to do manual microfilm transfer. So I go in, and here I've got nice arm cover. Let's see how it looks like. It doesn't matter because it's absolutely garbage, because KCM's 100% over here, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. But I figured I had some cover by hiding my arm in Banana Man. Maybe I didn't. It might not have been good as I thought. So here I'm like, I'm going to go to Blue Bookcase and get it. The problem with this game is that while my microfilm is really well managed, it eats up so much time. Here I almost want to do the old arm in the wall thing, but then I decided against it. KCM knows that trick. Oh my god. Did I just get highlight for 3 at a bookcase? Look, Voter, look at the power if you're here. Alright, let's do it. So here I'm deciding I'm going to do the microfilm right here. Because most snipers think that's safe. Like, if you've got a book right there, they're going to just stop paying attention to you. Arm goes down. Boop. Oh, yeah, that's a microfilm. But he's guarding something else there. So here I'm hoping to get credit by putting the book back where it goes. And indeed I do. The problem is that I got a minute 50 and I've got 1 mission done. So we're going to have to go fast now. Like, we're going to have to go like DA Purloin fast and then bug or something. I'm trying to get a seduce in. I think here I try to like do an old trick of sneaking into the back of a convo. Yeah, you can notice I'm barely visible there. I'm almost invisible where I'm sitting. Unfortunately, my cover leaves. I really needed him. I'm highlit. And he's got me on the Purloin here, I'm pretty sure. So we need to do the flirt here. But we might be dead as soon as the Purloin goes off. Yeah, bad luck there because that's an obvious screen. Very nice. Very nicely guarded because that was a tough Purloin to guard. And on we go. Gallery is a very interesting map to camp on. Because you can see everything. It's just a matter of where you're directing your attention. A little bit of an awkward path there. Didn't notice that at all. Did notice that, though. Just waiting for get some clearance here. I'm going to decide, he's probably not going to move. So that was a game. And on to the old double modern. So here I'm thinking I'm going to set up in my favorite position. And I get 8 million chances to do it, but I have a drink in my hands, I think, don't I? Or there's some reason why I didn't do it. Do I have a drink in my hands? Or am I hallucinating that? No, I don't have a drink in my hands. I could have bugged any time there. But he probably would have killed me. I said, bug anyway, because I see the laser moving. But it's still going at the end. Let me see how good that was. Okay, back it up. So yeah, laser moving, bug, and just the tail end of it there. Yeah, if I'd started maybe an instant sooner, that maybe would have gotten away with that. But by the time you see the laser moving on double modern, your bug won't finish in time. I just really wanted to try it. So, you know, that was also a game. Get the instabug game giveth, and the instabug game taketh away. So now I've got to play the old camp on the old dubs modern, which is basically... If the soft tells are done, I kill you. And if the soft tells, 2 soft tells plus a Purloin is done, I kill you. Yeah, 3-5 is actually not a bad game type. It's a little formulaic, you know, like it's a little bit like playing classic Mafia, and that the strats are pretty well defined. But that said, I think it's fairly balanced. I just think it's not super vibrant. Like, it's not very versatile map, you know. Like, there are not a whole ton of things you can do on 3-5 double modern. Yeah, I was pretty confident that neither of those could be it. Really worried about the purloin there. This briefcase sat here for 8 years, I remember. Yeah, maybe more time. Sick gets it finally, I think. Yeah. I have played One Night Ultimate Werewolf. I just don't like it as much as other social deduction games. And if you red test Purloin, I'll shoot you. Just true facts of life right there. We're getting a little, like you can tell it's turning into a little bit of an endurance contest right now. So we're on to ballroom. This is the last the last two, and I just have to split it here. If I win this spy map, I win. I again intentionally picked Smallman, and I'm going to do another cheese rush here. Just going to white test that microfilm, baby. Why not? Why not? Somehow get away with it. I'm in plain sight and have almost no cover, but I get away with it. Should pick up a flirt here, I think. Yep. Really good cover. Start the banana bread, but he leaves.
Banana bread.
Wah, wah, wah. And the ST leaves. Good times. Tried to go for the drive-by bug there because there's no risk to it. But it's okay. We can fix it by getting another ST right here. Another banana bread. We're invisible because we're Smallman. Now we're less invisible because Irish left. Not going to get the purloin there. Probably get busted. The kneeling Toby is actually makes it very hard to purloin a Smallman. Like on maps with a low angle, it's actually very hard to purloin the Smallman just because it's so obvious. He's the only character where being offered the drink has a tell. And again, I get Sunshined there. I think we're due for like 2 or 3 more Sunshines, to be honest with you. I am noticing that Amba has a book here. So my plan right now is to get the fingerprint off Green Book. It's bad, not a great plan because it's going to take even more time, right? But I decide I'll fill that time by getting a briefcase, try to difficult fingerprint it. I don't have a lot of suspicion for it, hopefully, because there's another guy on it, but I fail. Also, it's a bad briefcase. I fail to get the fingerprint anyway. But hopefully not that suspicious for it because I was second taker. But now this is just icky because I'm getting an obviously fingerprintable book. I am going back to Green Bookcase twice, but I'm burning a lot of time. We really need that flirt. We're going to get it, I think, technically by cheesing the bookcase here a little bit. Yeah, we stand there way longer than we should, but that's okay. I realize I'm running low on time. We are going to add some time here because I realize it. I haven't added time all match, so I figure it's a good time to try it. So at this point, my plan is we're just gonna try and do flirt, fingerprint, and then we'll finish with microfilm by taking the book somewhere secret. So here I'm going to try to flirt, but guess what? Sunshine. Yep. So now I'm like, well, goddamn you. I'm going to wait for you to hold still. But then you go and do something else, don't you? So I'm like, I'm going to look at that bookcase right there. I feel like the cover's pretty good, but I'm overestimating how good the cover is because Toby's there, and Toby's not going to be there much longer. Off he goes. And I'm just like, I'm just going to do it. Hope for the green. Didn't get the green. Yeah, and dead. Very nice game by Magician. Not by Magician. I just saw his name scroll by KCM. And this is the last game of the set. Everyone tries to beat me with the long scam book hold, but because that used to be my weakest hard tell, is if you did the hold a book for 2 minutes, that was the way to get you got microfilm by me. But I really realized that was a problem in my game, and now it's actually a strength. Now it is very hard to sneak a timer scam book on me. So I know that Mom has a blue book already. I saw that. Mom also does a couple of really icky paths here. As if this is the game I'm thinking of. I mean, what other game could it be? I guess. Yeah, I didn't like that path because it goes right by the Amba. Perfect for bugging. Highlight her to remember it. Yep. Highlight Taft, yep. Yep. Oh, watch from your view on the first bug? Sure. Let's go back. Oh, Carlos, what a jerk. What a jerk, man. He even went out of his way to do that. That's horrifying. There must have been a briefcase or some other spot that was taken or redirected him, because that was gross. No one's particularly suspicious right now. Mom's sort of suspicious because of that bug path. But I figure because she's held on to the book so long, if that's the spy, all I have to remember is if I see green at green, I shoot. Unless I see her put the book back first, of course. That could not have been a bug path. I didn't care about that one because she had a book in that hand. And again, another bug path. There, I actually see the arm a little bit, but and that path was gross. And here the evidence is starting to add up. So I'm like, now it's locked into my memory. Green at green equals death.
And the end of red.
Yep. Low light general. Low light general. Oh, I didn't see general, did I? Oh, she was coming from bookcase though. Wow, general's just blended into the background, I guess there. Why didn't I low light him? I'm almost expecting him to go to green bookcase at this point. Smallman's the only other real suspect.